Yeah, California, man. Oh, bless you. Okay.
Where are you from?
Texas.
What was your first break?
In acting, it was when I got cast in the Terrence Malick movie.
What have you been in?
Well, I did that Terrence Malick movie that I think's coming out like the end of this year. I think it's called Weightless. That was like one of the first things I ever did. And then like a bunch of indie films and a little bit of TV. Oh, and I was on reality TV briefly, which was accidental, actually. My friend and I, I'm a singer too, and my friend and I got scouted for America's Got Talent, and we thought that it was just like a big nationwide talent show. We had no idea that it was like a reality show, and we showed up and then ended up on the show kind of like by accident. We're like, wait, how did we end up doing this? So I did that too. Yeah.
How do you feel about this career?
I think that if you can do anything else, you should, because it's like really crazy. But I don't think I could do anything else. I really love it. It's like, it's sometimes really hard, but it's as rewarding as it is difficult, and I really like that about it. Yeah.
How did you decide to become an actor?
Well, the story that I tell is that when I was 3 years old, my mom made me audition for our church musical, and I got up in front of a room full of people for the audition, and they told me to say, I want the sheets with the balloons on them, and I said, I want the sheets with the balloons on them, and everybody clapped for me, and then I asked, what else do you want me to say? So I say that it all started there when I was 3 years old. But honestly, I just feel like it chose me. I really tried to avoid acting for a while because I thought it was so impractical. But it kept following me around. I kept getting these like little opportunities that pointed me in the direction of this career, and I finally just sort of listened to them. So, yeah.
How would you describe your specialty or type?
My specialty or type? This is the thing that I'm really bad at, just being objective about myself. I guess I'm fall into the leading lady category, but I'd like to think I'm more interesting and quirky than that.
Who is your favorite actor who you look up to?
Oh, man. That's really hard to pick a favorite. But I'd say right now, I super duper admire Jessica Chastain. I think she's a goddess. That's what I think.
What would your ideal job be?
Ideal job? I would love to be a series regular on like a period piece drama. That's kind of the goal right now. Yeah. Although there's that, but I also would love to like make a series with my friends and star in it. I'd love to like make my own thing that I act in as well.
Do you consider yourself to be lucky?
Oh yeah. Yes, totally. I think I'm super duper fortunate.
What advantages do you have?
Well, despite my like, besides my like socioeconomic status and like the fact that I had good parents and stuff, like, wait, what was the question? Like, what are my advantages? Oh yeah, well that. I came from like a family that was like middle class, like not super wealthy, but my parents are both really well educated and loved me a lot and did a good job raising me. I think that's like probably the main advantage, is that I had parents that totally believed in me and encouraged me, and not even just encouraged me, but told me that I had to pursue what I was passionate about and that I would regret it if I didn't. So that I'd say is a huge advantage, is that I have people in my life who really believe in me and always have.
Would you rather have a car or a diploma?
If I'm living in LA, maybe a car. But no, actually a diploma. I really love learning, and I'm actually like a philosophy major, and I'm kind of proud of it. So yeah, I like having a diploma.
How do you feel about globalization?
Oh, wow. Well, I think that's pretty complicated. I think ultimately it's a really, really good thing, but I think that it's sort of sunshine. Oh, little ADD. Globalization. I think that ultimately it's entirely beneficial, but I think that we have to be wary of the things that we're losing to it. I think there are things worth protecting, like cultural identities and stuff that are worth protecting. Vague.
What do you think about the amount of stuff people buy?
I think people have entirely too many things. It's been really cool because I've been like on location filming for a couple months, and I just bought like a suitcase, and it felt so nice. I had like 6 or 7 shirts and 2 pairs of pants, and I'd never been happier. I think we have way too many things. Way too many.
Would you rather live the American way or be a socialist?
Socialist.
What does the American way mean to you?
I think it's this like weird combination of like rugged individualism and consumerism.
What does the future look like to you?
Bright.
How do you feel about having children?
It's not even on my radar at all right now. But sure.
Can you tell me what conflicts or challenges the world is facing today?
Well, I think there's a bit of an energy crisis, and I think that there's a huge water crisis in California. And I'd say the thing that I'm concerned with most is like sustainable energy development and such like that.
What is your favorite way to communicate?
In person. And in movies.
What do you think of the creative scene in Los Angeles?
I think that, it's interesting. I feel like LA, being from Austin, I like to compare the two cities, and I think both are really creative towns, but there's something about LA that feels sort of like Olympic City. Like everybody here is really intense about like what they're doing, and they think that it's very important, and I think there's a lot of value in that, but it's also, I feel like LA sometimes gets a little egotistical, like, but I think that it's an intensely creative town, and I think it's full of intensely motivated people as well.
What is your favorite book, film, and music right now?
Wow. Well, the book that I just read was, what's it called? Oh my god, I'll answer that one last because it just left my brain. Favorite, what were the 3? Book, film, music. Well, the song that's been stuck in my head for the past like 3 weeks is that Zombies song, Time of the Season. Like, what's your name? Who's your daddy? That one. Ugh. So that's my favorite song right now, I guess. Movie, I don't know, that's always changing too. But the movie that I watched most recently that I really liked, and maybe it was because I was on an airplane and was really bored, but I really loved Interstellar. I thought that was a cool movie. I thought that was so cool. The bookcase, oh my god. So Interstellar, and then favorite book's kind of hard. I just read I read this book that was a compilation of this radio series, This I Believe. That's the name of the book, This I Believe. And it was just like a collection of essays that people ranging from like Albert Einstein to a person who like directs airplanes at an airport, they write like a 250-word essay about what they believe in. And I just read that, and that was awesome. Yeah. Is that it? Yay!